Hey there! Welcome to another exciting episode of Kosher Vids. Today we will be talking about the halachas of Kibbud Avim. Kibbud Avim is not just a nice thing to do, it's a Torah obligation. There are three people who created you: your mother, your father, and Hashem. Kibbud Avim is not just gratitude tit for tat for all the diapers they've changed. Even if your parents did nothing for you, they just gave birth to you and dropped you off on a street corner, God forbid, you'd still be obligated to honor them. Why? Because they gave you your life.
3, 2, 1.
Significant taters.
No, boys and girls, honoring your parents ain't always easy. Sometimes it can be a real ankle breaker. And sometimes they can even ask you to hose down the entire station wagon. Now ain't that a doozy? But you know something? In the long run, it really pays off. Now let's take a look at some of the basic laws. Gee, I'm stoked. This is gonna be groovy.
Mama thinks it's special. How do I know? 'Cause my Skippy tells me so.
Of all the national brands, only Skippy has both high protein and less sugar.
And iron.
Skippy for good nutrition.
One must feed, dress, and transport his parent. This mainly occurs when one's parent is elderly. But even if one's parent is young and able, there is still an obligation to help them, such as serving food or buying milk from the store if there is none left. In fact, if a parent tells you to go get milk, you are obligated to go get that milk, even if it means you are going to miss your minion.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, son.
That sweater sure is a door knocker.
The sweater's actually from the 70s.
The 70s?
What's wrong with the 70s?
Dad, we're in the 80s.
I just can't seem to keep up with the times. I'm actually really not feeling well. Can you go with my new station wagon and get me some milk?
No can do. I gotta go daven with a minion.
Please, will you just go get me some milk?
Sorry, Dad. Nothing doing.
Son, are you alright?
Yeah, Dad. That sure was dope. You know what? I'm gonna get you some milk.
Son, you sure are a giggle mug.
Now don't get me wrong, the son could go explain to his parent that if he goes he will miss a minion. But if the parent still wants him to go, Kibbud Avim overrides.
Number 2, boys and girls. Don't contradict what your parents say. If your parent says it's raining outside, don't say no it's not. Always turn your disagreement into a question form like, Ma, isn't it sunny outside? Also, if you see your parent doing something wrong, don't say, hey, that's wrong. Say it in a question form like, doesn't say in the Torah you're not allowed to do that.
Now this one might come as a surprise to you, but it sure is true. Not only can you not contradict what they say, you also can't agree with what they say. Yep, you heard me right. If your parents are expressing their opinion on the matter, and you give your consent, it's actually disrespectful because it shows that your parents' opinion needs your validation. Now let's take a look.
Mr. Mathematician, Mr. Lebanon, we know you've been training for many years, field of neuroscience, molecular science, genetics. I wanted to know your personal opinion if a biological substance strain of a nucleotide would be able to coexist alongside a biopolar acetote triathlon.
I would say yes.
And I agree!
Oh dear.
The next two are, don't sit in the seat that's designated for them, and make sure to stand up for them when they walk into a room, kind of like a standing ovation. If not a full stand, at minimum you should at least do a little shuckle, like this. Just to show them honor. Dad. See? I'm starting to get the hang of this kibbud av v'em thing. I even stood up for you. At least now I won't get smashed.
Son, the only problem is you're still sitting in my seat. Kids just never learn.
According to Ashkenazim, one only needs to stand up for their parents once a day and once a night. According to Sephardim, one needs to stand up for their parents every time they enter a room.
Lastly, everything that's done for a parent must be done with a smile. The Shulchan Aruch says if someone does the utmost for his parents, but he does it with a bad attitude, he gets punished. So the next time your parents ask you to take out the garbage, make sure to do it with a big, fat, juicy smile. Thanks for watching.
Son, what's wrong? You look really down lately.
I just can't seem to get anything right, and I always get smashed.
Wilson, there is something you do know how to do better than everybody else. You sure know how to smile. Now why don't you go take out the trash?
Hey Todd, why so happy? Cause I'm doing kibbud av v'em with a smile.
I'm not stupid. I know you didn't subscribe. Please subscribe. Now.